Hi, I'm Jason Gorber, and we're here looking at the JLab GO Air Tones True Wireless Earphones. Now, the deal with these are relatively low-cost Bluetooth earphones, and it's really interesting to see how the technology has really trickled down so that you can get earphones for a very reasonable amount of money. Commensurate with what you used to just normally buy for sort of a reasonable pair of earphones or headphones for your portable device that are fully wireless. You can see that it has 32 hours of playback time. They do the job. They're relatively comfortable. They have what you would expect in the package. You see on the back here, it shows that you have different ear pad sizes. You have two earphones, and you have the little charging case. Now the charging case here, you can see has something that actually I haven't seen before. It's relatively unique. I actually really like that it has a USB cable directly on the bottom, this sort of little flap thing. So this you can plug in. It's a USB-A port. So if you don't have one of these, you're sort of lucky. You'll need an adapter for newer computers that are only USB-C. But nonetheless, if you have a USB-A port, you just stick this in, or even a charger, and this will charge perfectly. So you will always have that cable. I mean, is it more of a schlep for those that are USB only and you got to worry about your dongle? This is a whole nother conversation to have. But I actually really like that. I like that this that's sort of built into the case. And inside we have these nice, relatively comfortable pair of earbuds. And as they insert, there's a little light that shows that goes on. You put them in, they do the trick, and this is it. You're connected. There are a certain degree of touch functionality, stuff like pause, etc., as per usual. On these type of devices, when I put it in here, you can see that the case sort of lights up, shows that they charge, and they charge inside the case. Now, the deal of these being the tones is that you can get them in numerous Pantone colors that correspond, for some people, if you wish, that you will actually can match it to your skin tone. I happen to get one that doesn't necessarily match my skin tone, but actually just like the color. And it's obviously entirely up to you what you actually choose to do. You can experience these various shades of browns to slightly milkier browns to sort of peaches, and within those color spectra, you can choose the one that either complements or contrasts your own skin color. Why not? We all have the opportunity to do what we want to do, and it's a nice little fun little hook. For those that don't want to sort of show off that they have anything in their ear, you can get something that more closely matches your palate, as it were. But so how they work? I mean, look, I've been looking at a lot of a wide range of earbuds, from relatively high-end ones to sort of middle-level consumer ones. These are certainly on the lower level, but I was very pleasantly surprised. They're not the best sound in the world, but they're certainly not shrill and harsh. But several years ago, there was when you would get Bluetooth headphones in this range, they really were pretty bad, and you had to spend at least 3 figures to get something that was even workable. The technology has improved so much that you get something that is, again, very, very cost effective and a decent pair of essentially on-the-go earphones. They don't have things like noise cancellation. They don't have a robust app that allows you to tweak the sound settings. In fact, the only app that actually is supported with this is a break-in app, which is very interesting. The whole notion of audio break-in is very complicated. Some people think it's completely useless for things like cables, for example. That's probably more understanding. But certainly for things like this, where it's a physical thing moving up and down, there are advantages to actually playing a signal through it in order for it to actually work out. I tend to not use I just tend to listen to headphones or earphones for a while until the sound actually sort of, both I accommodate to the sound and the sound itself sort of gets to its peak operating level as the mechanism itself sort of softens to the point of normal operation. Now, all that being said, you don't need much. Connecting to my phone was relatively painless. I simply searched for it on Bluetooth and it connected. I can go online and find out different ways of resetting it, of different push combinations. It's all very straightforward. And as I said, I wasn't expecting much from these. Frankly, for many people, this will be something like a second pair or something that they actually have as a backup to maybe a more robust pair. Or maybe this is all you need because you just are doing such serious listening for podcasts. They're totally fine. They do the trick. They're just decent. And that's okay that they're decent because that's the market that they're actually aiming at. They want something that's a little bit cosmetically fun, but does the trick. And as I said, given the price range, given the sort of where it sits within the marketplace, I was actually quite pleased that I was able to find things that were perfectly listenable. I was listening to Spotify and other streaming services, tracks that I know very well, and things sounded good. I think that people, unless they actually upgrade to much higher end earphones, may or may not notice a difference. Obviously, this is part of my gig. I know a difference. I know what to listen to, but a lot of people don't do such critical music listening, or they're listening to spoken word, or they're listening to audiobooks or whatever, and these would be fine. They sort of get rid of a lot of the bells and whistles and simply give you a good, decent pair that lasts 32 hours. Again, if you're on that crazy flight, they're not going to be the best for noise cancellation, but let's say every other device you have has the battery's gone after 5, 6, 10 hours, and you're on some god-awful flight with lots of connection, you know you always have these that you can actually count on. So yeah, pleasantly surprised with the JLab GO Air Tones. Given what the market that they're aiming for and given what they're designing, they're relatively handsome. I like the idea of the various colors that you can get to match or not match, however you would like. The sound is pretty good, and given the fact that what you're getting, an absolute bang for the buck. Thanks so much for watching. Please let us know in our comments what you think of these or any other product, and we will see you next video. All the best. Take care.